Level 1. The Girl Born Wrong. The year is 1501, or maybe 1507. Even historians can't agree on exactly when you were hurled into this world. Why? Because when you were born, nobody thought it was a moment worth recording. Blickling Hall, Norfolk. Cold rooms. Drafty corridors. And there you were, opening your eyes to the world for the first time. Congratulations! You've started your life at a total disadvantage. The reason is painfully simple. You lack that sacred little appendage between your legs required to rule kingdoms. You are a girl. In 16th century England, that makes you the walking definition of the word worthless. Can you feel the disappointment radiating from your family? Good. Get used to it because that feeling is going to be your shadow for the rest of your life. Your father, Thomas, is a diplomat with ambition flowing through his veins like acid. Your mother is a member of the deep-rooted Howard family. To both of them, you aren't a daughter, you're an asset, a commodity to be traded, at the right time and for the right price to the right family. And believe it or not, this is the most innocent part of your story. Enjoy it. Because these cold Norfolk stones will eventually feel like a five-star hotel compared to the cell walls you'll be staring at later on. Level 2. The Den of Wolves. You're 12 years old. Your father packs you up like a piece of luggage and ships you off to Europe. First stop, the Netherlands, the court of Margaret of Austria. They call you La Petite Boleyn, Little Boleyn. What a cute nickname, isn't it? You're wrong. That place is not a playground. It is a den of wolves. Then your days in France begin. First as a maid of honor to Queen Mary, then for 7 years to Queen Claude. The French court transforms you. While your peers in England are embroidering or dreaming of a proper husband, you are learning other things. Predatory grace. How to use a fan like a weapon. How to hold a man's attention in the palm of your hand. How to wield power without ever showing it. And most importantly, how to feel everything while reflecting absolutely nothing on your face. When you return to England, you are no longer that provincial girl. You are a sharp sword wrapped in French silk. The other women in the English court look like bundles of hay next to you. Congratulations, you are now being noticed. And in this court, getting noticed is the same as being placed on a target. Level 3. The First Trap. You are 21. Your father has called you back to England. He has a great plan. You will marry your Irish relative, James Butler. A property dispute will be settled. The plan collapses. Fortunately, instead, you become a maid of honor to Queen Catherine of Aragon. March the 4th, 1522. The Chateau Vert masked ball. You are draped in white satin with gold embroidery. The whole court is watching you. So is Henry Percy, the heir of Northumberland. You get secretly engaged. Pure love? Maybe. For the first time, you feel like you can breathe. Then Cardinal Thomas Wolsey intervenes. That fat, arrogant, power-hungry man crushes your life with an order from his lips. He breaks the engagement unilaterally. Why? Because the dreams of a simple girl like you cannot be more important than the cold, calculated interests of the church and the state. Who are you to fall in love? Percy goes and marries Mary Talbot. You say nothing. You do not reflect what you feel on your face. You learned that in France, but you write Wolsey's name at the very top of your black book, in capital letters. They say revenge is a dish best served cold. You decide to cook it in the royal fire. Level 4. The King's Hunter's Eyes. The year is 1526. That famous B-lettered pearl necklace around your neck. French-style clothes. You're a slap in the face to the clunky traditions of the English court. King Henry VIII of England notices you. The king wants you, in his bed, in his harem, among his temporary whims. They think you will be like your sister Mary, the king's mistress. Someone to be tossed aside when finished. They are wrong. You do what no woman has dared to do until that day. You say no. You make the king kneel. Henry writes you love letters. He begs. He showers you with gifts. But this is not a love story. This is a tough negotiation. Henry sees you as prey. You see him as a stepping stone, a no that lasts 6 years. The foundations of a whole kingdom are shaking. You win Henry's love. And along with it, you receive the entire hatred of England as a package deal. You will be queen. But there is a small problem. It is necessary to tear down Rome and the centuries-old Catholic world. A simple detail, right? For you, it is. Level 5. As Rome falls. You are 32. Finally, you are secretly married. Henry's marriage to Catherine is declared invalid. The Pope? The Pope excommunicates Henry and the Church of England breaks away from Rome. You see how a woman saying no can move the world. June 1st, 1533. Westminster. You are being crowned. The streets are as silent as a grave. The people hate you. They whisper, "the king's whore," behind your back. But you walk upright under that heavy gold crown. Congratulations, you are now queen. You are sure you are carrying the future male heir in your womb. Everything looks perfect until that heir opens its eyes to the world. If only someone had told you how heavy the crown really was. Level 6, System Error, Elizabeth, September 7th, 1533, Greenwich Palace. The whole kingdom is holding its breath, waiting for that miraculous news. And system error. The baby is a girl. Her name is Elizabeth. Did you see that momentary blankness on Henry's face? He is trying to cover his disappointment with politeness. But you know, in the English court, a woman's only life insurance is a male child. Your policy just got cancelled. The following 3 years are a slow-motion nightmare. 3 miscarriages. Every baby you lose is a new nail driven into your coffin. Henry's eyes are no longer on that fiery intelligence in you. They wander to Jane Seymour. Calm, quiet, new. You are now a mistake for Henry. That great passion that tore down Rome has been replaced by a terrible regret. Love is over. Now the life and death struggle begins. But this time, your rivals are not just women. Level 7. The Architect of Betrayal. You are 35, March 1536. The air in the court no longer smells like jasmine, but like fear. Thomas Cromwell, once your ally. Now he is preparing to be your executioner. He is preparing a file about you. He is so creative that Shakespeare would be jealous if he were here. Accusations: adultery with 5 men, incest with your brother George Boleyn, conspiracy against the king. Evidence? Don't make me laugh. In Henry's England, evidence is not a necessity, it is a courtesy. Musician Mark Smeaton confesses everything under torture. The others maintain their honor and refuse. But who cares? Henry wants to get rid of you. Jane's pale skin looks more peaceful than your stormy intelligence. Level 8. Return to the Tower. May 2nd, 1536. You are arrested. You are brought to the Tower of London. The irony is that you enter as a prisoner through the same gate you passed with applause on the day you became queen. May 15th. The courtroom. Who is on your jury? Your own uncle, the Duke of Norfolk. He is eager to send you to your death. And, oh yes, your first love, Henry Percy, who once risked death for you. You defend yourself flawlessly in court. You are smart, you are clear, you throw every accusation back in their faces. But as we said, this is just a poorly written play, and the end is already certain. You are found guilty. Level 9, a slender neck and a French sword. The last 11 days of your life. You are waiting in your room in the tower. You turn to your ladies-in-waiting and make dark jokes. I heard the executioner is very skilled, you say. You wrap your hands around your neck and say that famous sentence. I have a very thin neck anyway, it won't be very difficult for him. The morning of May 19th, 1536. Tower Green. You're wearing a simple, dark gray dress. You remove your headpiece with your own hands. The executioner is the swordmaster Henry brought from Calais as his last favor to you. A professional who was paid extra so they wouldn't mess with an axe and disgrace you. This is the extent of the king's mercy. A clean cut. You kneel. This time not for a crown, but for eternity. You don't even hear the sound of the sword, it's that fast. And it's over. You don't even have a coffin fit for a queen. They put you in an old arrow chest and bury you in the chapel of St. Peter at Vincula. 11 days later, Henry marries Jane Seymour. Was it all for nothing, Anne? It seems so. But wait, the story doesn't end here. Level 10. The silent scream of legacy. Henry killed you. You are now a memory. For hundreds of years, you will be the toy of historians and writers. To some, an ambitious whore. To others, an innocent saint. To some, a victim crushed between the gears of power. This is your share in the history written by men. But the truth is this. You were a woman who tore down the status quo with an insolent smile. A woman who bent the religion of a whole empire just for her own desire and stubbornness. Beyond your age, Henry destroyed your body. He wanted to erase you from history. But your daughter, that girl who was called unnecessary, a disappointment, worthless when she was born. Elizabeth. Unlike the male heirs Henry wanted so much, she sat on the throne of England. She became the greatest, most terrifying, most ruthless, and most magnificent ruler England has ever seen. She gave her name to a whole era. She turned the country into an empire. A woman carrying your blood. This is the ultimate, most perfect revenge. Your grave may be silent, Anne, Your bones may have turned to dust inside that arrow chest. But history books continue to ring with your dark, cynical laughter. Every time Queen Elizabeth of England is mentioned, your victory echoes. Congratulations, Anne Boleyn. You broke all the rules. In the end, you won eternity. You just had to pay with your head, that's all. But no one can have everything at once, am I wrong?